ladies and gentlemen. We are live on YouTube, and now Laura Livingstone.
Hello, everyone. Hello. That's not me. This is me right here. I'm Laura Livingstone, and I am the artistic director of Freestyle Repertory Theater. I would like to welcome you on behalf of my company and on behalf of Synergy Theater to Right Away, a show designed for Zoom. My company is here in New York. We're an improvisational theater company. We began as the New York Team for Theater Sports back in 1988. And actually back in 1982, we do improv. We made up a ton of improvisational theater shows. We've worked with many people, including a large portion of the cast in tonight's play, which is one of the joys of this sort of hiatus that we're on. There's not a lot of joys, but one of them is we've been able to get together with people that we haven't worked with for a very long time. We've performed off Broadway since 1983, and since 1988 we have focused exclusively on working with in 1988 we started working with children and their families and in schools, and since about 12 years ago we've been working with them exclusively, traveling to schools and teaching in schools and doing family matinees at a theater here in Brooklyn. Since the hiatus started, we've been making videos for our students that we had to leave in the New York City public schools, and for anyone else who's sheltering with others and would like to put on some live theater of their own at home. It's called Home Fooling. It shows you how to teach your family to play improv games with you. And we've been working with Synergy Theater on tonight's show, Right Away. It's a reimagining of an online, it's an online version of a presentation we did live in a theater with Freestyle Rep back in the 90s. This is our first co-production with Synergy Theater, and not the first time we worked with Ken Adams. People in improv are kind of low-key and goofy, so we have trouble referring to them as illustrious, but Ken Adams is illustrious in the world of theater. He wrote this book, How to Improvise a Full-Length Play. Any of you who are doing improv and need a challenge, read this. Any of you who are playwrights and want some inspiration, read this, do these exercises. It's all about a format that he developed with Freestyle Rep way back when. It was the first ever full-length, 2-act improv, back in the day when a 4-minute scene was considered a big one. So Ken, maybe you want to tell us more about what you're doing now. This is my co-host, everyone, Ken Adams.
That very, very sweet introduction, Laura. Thank you. I did start improvising a long time ago in 1990, and my very first improv artistic director and teacher was Laura Livingstone through Freestyle Repertory Theater. So she is the person from whom I learned everything. It's been a pleasure. And now Synergy Theater is based out in California. We perform full-length improvised plays, all based on the work in that book Laura mentioned. When we're in the real world, we're performing at the Dean Lesher Center for the Arts, and when we are not in the real world, we are performing online. So every Thursday at 4 o'clock and Friday at 7 o'clock California time on Synergy Theater's YouTube channel. You have different shows that you can watch for free. I hope you'll do that. We also teach online improv classes for adults. So we have everything from beginning improv all the way up to master classes. If that might be interesting to you, go to synergytheater.com and give it a shot. All right, Laura Livingstone, are you still there with me?
Yes, I am. Here I come.
All right. I say it's time for you to tell us what we're doing tonight, and let's get these writers out here.
Will do. So here's how Right Away is going to work, everyone. We have 4 playwrights tonight. They will write a new play in 45 minutes while we're with them. While they're writing, everyone in the audience is invited, although not required, but is certainly invited to play some improv writing games with us, which are really fun, and I encourage you to do that. I think if you're playing these games with us, you're going to want to write on paper with a pencil so that you can watch the screen. It's up to you, but people have found that really helpful. If you are participating in Zoom, there's a couple of things which you may already know, but I'll go through them anyway. In the upper right-hand corner of Zoom, if you float your cursor up there, you will see that it says gallery or speaker view. That is going to show you, that's going to decide how you see us on the screen. And whichever you choose is A-OK. Go for whichever you want. We're not going to see that. Down in the lower left, you're going to see a microphone that says mute. Sometimes we'll ask you to mute that. Right now, we'd like for you to mute that. And you'll see a thing that looks like a camera that is your video. We'd like to have your video shut off right now. And if you see a little caret beside it, there's something there that says hide non-video participants, which means your name won't be up there on the screen when you've got your video off. Now, I think everybody's doing that, or we would know differently. So that's excellent. If you float your cursor more towards the middle of the bottom of your screen, you see something there that says chat. And that would be a good idea to turn that on, possibly now. I think now's a good idea to do it now, because that's how we're going to get suggestions from you when we get our playwrights out here. I should say that if you're participating with us on Zoom, you can be seen and heard on YouTube. So you will be on the internet. So just be sure that you're aware of that. If you don't want to be seen and heard on YouTube, you can keep your camera and your microphone off. That's that stuff down on the lower left corner I was talking about. And I think that's all anybody needs to know, Ken, and we could just introduce our new writers.
All right. Well, we have 4 writers. We're going to meet them one at a time. Let's first bring out Heather Adams. Heather Adams is a student in Washington, D.C. at American University. She is the executive director of the student improv group student theater company that she founded called AU Quills and Capes. And she is a playwright of a full-length play and 1 or 2 one-act plays. Hello, Heather Adams.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Yes, it's a pleasure to have you here. Why don't you go on backstage and we will bring you out soon once we introduce our other writers.
Yeah, let's bring out Laura Valpy. Laura Valpy began her improv career in Seattle with Unexpected Productions at the Market Theater. And she joined our company, Freestyle Rep, back in 2001 and did a lot of off-Broadway performances with us and about 1.5 million school shows for really, this is serious, like hundreds of thousands of school children. She's worked here in New York City extensively with Gotham City Improv and with a cross-genre experimental theater company called Amnesia Wars. And her play, Where's the Baby? Parenting in Pieces, was given a staged reading at the Barrow Group here in New York. And she is also a flying trapeze artist, for real, not kidding. Hey, Laura, how are you tonight?
I'm doing great. I'm awesome and very happy to be here.
We're very glad to have you here.
All right, Laura, if you kindly go backstage and let's introduce playwright making her debut right away tonight. Let's all say hello to Olivia Luzquinos. Olivia is also a student at American University in Washington, D.C. She is the artistic director of AU Quills and Capes, and a staged reading of her play, Forgive Me, I Have Sinned, was produced by Open Dialogue Theater at AU. Olivia, how are you feeling?
I'm doing great. I'm excited to write a play.
All right, we're excited to hear it. Why don't you go backstage and Laura will introduce our final writer for the evening.
Sure, you'll recognize him. Those of you who were with us last month, his name is Jeff Carson. He has been an improviser for over 30 years, and some of that improv was done for quite a while with our company, Freestyle Repertory Theater, where he was an original cast member in the show that this is adapted from, that we used to do in the live theater. Then he went to LA and he became a television writer of some renown, very seasoned writer. He's had more than 20 produced episodes for television. He's back now on the East Coast teaching at Hofstra University, and his plays, Table Talk and Comfort Food, have been produced at the Half Moon Theater. Jeff, it's nice to see you again.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
All right, Jeff, why don't you stay right there, because we are going to ask all three of our other writers to come on out. And now we are going to have each of our writers turn to the audience and get an opening suggestion from the audience that they are going to use to inspire their play. During the course of their writing, we'll give them other suggestions that they all will incorporate, but they'll all start off with a unique suggestion. So this is that moment when we're going to ask you to use your chat feature if you are out there. Jeff Carson, would you kindly ask the audience for the suggestion you would like? As soon as you hear Jeff ask it, go ahead and start typing your responses into the chat, and then Jeff is going to grab the first one that strikes his fancy.
Great. Okay, I would like the suggestion of an unusual habit that someone might have. I'll turn away for a second. Unusual habit.
All right, an unusual habit that somebody might have. Somebody go ahead, just jump on chat. Go ahead, Jeff. They're already starting to pop up.
All right. Okay, I see shoe collecting. So I'm going to take shoe collecting.
Excellent job. All right, Olivia, will you kindly ask the audience for the suggestion that you would like tonight?
For my suggestion, can I please have a conflict?
A conflict, whatever that means to you out there. Go ahead and just type into your chat window, a conflict. And Olivia, go ahead and grab the first one that strikes your fancy.
Ooh, I'm gonna do fight with mother-in-law.
Fight with mother-in-law. Excellent job. All right. Laura Valpy, will you kindly ask the audience for a suggestion?
Yeah, may I please have an object that will be important in my play?
All right, an object. Go ahead, audience. There you go. Laura, they're flying up there. Go ahead and grab the first one that strikes you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A snow globe. Cool. Snow globe.
A snow globe. All right. Finally, Heather Adams, what are you going to ask the audience for?
Can I please have a tragic flaw that the main character will have?
A tragic flaw. That's an awesome ask. All right. Oh, look at those. Go ahead, Heather. They're floating up. Pick one.
All right. First one I thought was vanity, so I'll take that one.
Vanity. Excellent job. All right. Laura, I'll hand it over back to you. You can give our writers some last-minute inspiration and instructions.
All right, writers, whatever you write is going to be right. Go with your first ideas. As soon as we're going to be texting you, have your cell phones ready. We'll text you some suggestions while you're writing. As soon as you get them, just plug them right in and see what happens with this kind of random idea that comes your way. All right, go have fun. Turn off your videos, turn off your audios. We'll see you later.
Okay, where's my phone? Oh, I gotta find my phone. Oh my gosh.
Well, all right, they are off and writing, and now that means it's time for our Writer's Jam. Our clock is set for 45 minutes, and they will have exactly 45 minutes. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please come back. Turn your videos on, turn your cameras on, turn your audio on. We are going to have a writer's jam. So this is going to be 45 minutes of fun, interactive writing exercises. If you have a paper, a pad, and a pen, that is the recommended way of doing this so that you're not struggling trying to watch your monitor and type on your monitor at the same time. And Laura and I are just going to go back and forth leading you in various exercises. And when we're done with each exercise, we'll ask for people to volunteer if they would like to read out loud their work. If you want to read out loud your work, just raise your hand. I'll probably be able to see you. And then we'll do it. Very fun and very casual, all right? Always helps to start off by warming up your fingers a little bit. So everybody go like this and shake out your fingers, shake out your fingers, shake out your fingers. All right, let's get started. In improvisation, the primary rule is be spontaneous. Go ahead and say the very first thing that pops into your mind without editing it or evaluating it or criticizing it. Trust your creativity and let it flow. So we are going to write according to that methodology tonight as well. And we're going to start off with a simple word association game. I am going to say a word. You're going to write down the first word that pops into your mind, the very first word, without trying to choose a better one. And then I will say another word. I will say 3 words. You will write 3 words, and then we'll ask people to read out their 3 words. Simple as can be. Here we go. Light bulb. Porcupine. Pastrami. And somebody go ahead and read out their 3 words that they wrote down in response to those 3 words. Everybody, if you want to turn your mic on now, it'll be easier to pop in and talk. Go ahead. Who's it going to be? Somebody. If you're, here we go. Vanessa.
Fuse, stick, and meat.
Fantastic. One more person. Go ahead and do that for us. Leonie.
Moment, quill, and ham.
Beautiful job. Last one. One more person. Who's it going to be? Royce.
Blast, prickly, and yummy.
Excellent job. Let's try that one more time now that you got the hang of it. Here we go. Thunder. Cornucopia. Mustang. And somebody read out those 3 words that you wrote down in response to it. Deb Kern, did I see your hand up there?
Yes.
All right, go ahead.
Loud, fruit, and Sally.
Beautiful job. Who's next to read out the 3 words? Bright, go ahead. Hello, Bright. Go ahead and read it out.
The ring, paint, boom, boom.
Thank you so much. Monica Anderson, I need a moment to tell everyone that Monica Anderson and I are old friends, and I haven't seen her in about 450 years. Hello, my love. It is very nice to see you.
Hi, Ken. Very nice
Go
to
ahead,
see
Monica
you.
Anderson.
So crashing, delightful, wild.
Fantastic. All right, I think we got the hang of it. Laura, I'm going to turn it right over to you to take it further.
All right. So we in improv we say always say yes, always make your partner look good. And one of the people we try to say yes to is ourselves. And in this exercise, we're saying yes to our own first idea by sticking with it for just about 10, 15 seconds. I don't have a watch here, so I don't know how long it'll be, but about that. So all I'm going to do is, just like Ken did, I'll say a word, but I would like for you to write without stopping for 10 or 15 seconds after I say the word. Again, without thinking, see if you can keep your mind on what is the first thing that popped into your head.
Laura, I have a stopwatch. Would you like me to time it and call 10 seconds when it's over?
You know what? I'm going to be random.
Okay, okay.
All right, we're going to go with my internal chronometer. Thank you. The word is chronometer. Next word is careless. Next word is vegetation. And the last word is flat. You all look so great for your task like this. Let's stop. And who would like to read theirs? Ken, I don't know how you picked people. Did you just call on them?
Well, they were good enough to raise their hand if they wanted to.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. So raise your hand and I'll call on you. Elisa.
Okay. TikTok goes the viral video. Around the clock, it falls down, spilling under the car's body. Gulpitation, it says, over and over in time. And then nothing. Time has stopped. Nothing remains. Hollow.
You know that's true. Yeah. Who else wants to read theirs? Do I see everyone, Ken?
I think so.
Okay,
we have 11 people off stage, so I think everyone who's turning their video on fits on stage. I see Sadika raising her hand.
All right, Sadika, let's hear it.
Harry was just sick. his chronometer was malfunctioning, and so he would be late for his appointment with the boss, who would think he was careless and would probably throw him in the vegetation. Then the company bulldozer would run over him and he'd be both flat and still broke.
What's interesting to me is how different people interpret the exercise. And Siddiqa, unlike what I would have done, knitted it all together and wrote on both sides of the words to make it all fit together. If you do that, you're still right. That's what I love about improv. Karen, you want to read yours?
Sure, I did not knit together. Chronometers, good ones are hard to find. Careless people slam doors and break hearts. Vegetation filled the room until there was no place to sit. Flat pancakes need more yeast.
They certainly do. They certainly. Anyone else want to go? Susan. Yeah.
The captain referred to his chronometer. The rest of the crew was careless about coming and going. The vegetation that grew on the sides of the ship was flat, but flat was for flatlanders who hadn't understood water movement.
Very good.
Ladies and gentlemen, Laura, we can keep this going, but I'll just give an update here. Our writers have been writing for 8 minutes, and so we're 2 or 3 minutes away from wanting to offer them a suggestion.
All right. Should we go ahead and offer them one right now?
That would be great. Do you want to pull one from something people read, or or do you have an idea for the first one?
Let's hear somebody who hasn't read, and we'll find something in it. Who hasn't read yet? We're going to be mining what you read now. Who hasn't read it?
That's a great idea.
All right, Monica, go for it.
The chronometer man set the pace, and we all had to keep ahead of him. If we were careful, if we were careless, we would fall off the roadway into the vegetation, which would definitely give you a flat if you hit the thorn bush.
Excellent, excellent. I'm going to take from that, Ken. I'm going to take a stage direction. Are you going to send it to them? I'm set up to do it. I can do it.
Yeah, you can do it.
I'm going to say that.
Include me on it, and then I can take it from there.
All right, I can do this. I'm going to say something falls flat. Monica said something fell flat. So I'm going to tell
something falls flat.
Yeah, something falls right now. All right. Over to you, Ken. You got another exercise, right?
All right. So right now, all of our writers are getting a text on their telephone, and they're going to have to incorporate the stage direction, something falls flat, in their play. So we'll look for that as they're all reading it. And we are going to take our creative writing to the next level. I'm sure many of you have heard of the concept of stream of consciousness, the style of writing, which is stream of consciousness. For a long time, I just interpreted that as meaning that you just keep writing as fast as you can without pausing and allow your thoughts to, flow out there like a stream. In essence, that's it. But I was reading a little bit about Virginia Woolf's book, Mrs. Dalloway, which is written in stream of consciousness. And the person I was reading about described it in a really interesting way that made me think of it differently. And the way that they described the type of stream of consciousness writing is that imagine that you are a character or yourself, and what you are doing is simply writing down every single thought that pops into your head as soon as it pops into your head. So you might get the suggestion and you start writing about a river, and then a river reminds you of something. So you immediately write that down, and then that reminds you of another experience you had. And so you immediately write that down. So that's what we're going to do to see how much we can tap into the flow of thoughts that are automatically and involuntarily coursing through our brains, trying to capture as many of them as you can. So I'm going to say one word, and then your job is just to start writing and allow one thought to trigger another, and see if you can capture as many of those thoughts on paper without creating them, just documenting them. And we will do this for 1 minute of writing. 1 minute of writing. here you go. And the suggestion is earthworm. Twenty more seconds. Great job. That's a minute. Everybody put your writing instruments down, wiggle out your fingers a little bit. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So raise your hand if you felt you came somewhat successfully close to this feeling of the thoughts passing through you without you being an agent in their creation. That's the way I think of it, to see if you could just be a vessel that things are automatically passing through. Hey, Kat, you want to kick it off and read what you wrote?
Sure.
I know you're a volunteer, but I
Can you hear me?
Yes, very well.
Okay. Earthworms grew in my garden like the snails I brought to camp as if they were pets because my mother wouldn't let me bring my cat named Samantha, a girl's name that I thought I'd name my daughter, but then it was going to be Rebecca till my boyfriend made fun of that for being too Jewish. And then she turned out to be my alive grandmother of my husband, so we couldn't.
That is awesome. A little bit of Judaica, Kat. Explain why you couldn't, because it was named after a relative.
Because, yeah, you're supposed to name after deceased people, dead people. So she was alive.
Exactly right. Awesome. Okay, thank you so much. That was fantastic. Who's next? Who wants to read their 1 minute stream of consciousness? Bright Sue.
It's soft, it's moving, it's secret, it has unknown life, it smells the earth, and be intimate with the earth, and share the earth. It's the home jeweler of the Mother Earth. The end.
Wow, I love that phrase. Was it the home healer of the Mother Earth?
The jeweler.
Oh, that is awesome. Very poetic. Thank you so much. All right, Lisa Thompson, you're on mute. Go ahead and, oh, nope. Lisa was just fooling me.
I was just jazz handing Bright's contribution.
I got you. All right, Lawrence.
Okay, can you hear me?
Very well.
Okay. Groundling dirt places where the shadow of chalk covers the dark cavern was the place we stayed. And they called us the Magda Grill Snakes.
Wow.
I don't know.
Beautiful. The imagery is gorgeous. Thank you so much. Who else would like to share their 1 minute of stream of Aisha? Thank you.
Earthworms are little kids' best friends. They magically appear after the first fall rainfall and usually like to congregate next to preschoolers' playground.
Awesome. Excellent job. Thank you. Derek Tarson, did I see your hand fly up there?
Yes, you did. You did.
All right. Will you
Derek? Earthworms squiggle and burrow deep into the soil, which grows bushes that smell bad. And like farting, a brown H emerges and comes to rest.
Excellent job. Let's see. Who's up? Who would like to? Maybe we have time for 1 or 2 more, and then we'll pass it on to Laura. Susan, did I see your hand go up there? All right, you're on mute, Susan. Go ahead and there we go.
She bit into the apple without looking. A worm? An earthworm? Well, then how did it get up the tree into the apple? Maybe it had little suckers to hold on to. Or maybe a spider let down a thread.
That's awesome. So like the earthworm usurped the apple worm's home. Is that what happened there?
Who knows? I have to stop writing.
The world will never know. All right, let's see. I maybe just one more if anybody wants it, and then I'll flip it back over to Laura. All right, Jason, you'll be our final reader in the stream of consciousness, and then Laura Livingston will take it away.
All right. Keep in mind a stream of consciousness. Earthworm, earthworms. If I wrote kids' books, there'd be about earthworms. It's a word that describes perfectly what it is, a worm in the earth. I mean, really, it's so simple, our president could have come up with it. Speaking of kids' books and worms in the earth.
Excellent job. All right. Beautiful. Very, very nice. Laura Livingston, I hand it over to you.
All right, Ken, is it time to send them another suggestion?
They have been writing for 18 minutes.
All right, can I set you up with one? Because I forgot to include you on the one that I sent them. So you're gonna have to make a list yourself of their.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm gonna suggest that when the time comes, you send to them whatever their character just said, they repeat it, and then they shout it. So
okay. The one hitch is I don't have Olivia's number with me. So is there any way that you could send me a text with everybody's on it?
All right, yeah, I will do that. I think, maybe, we'll see. Oh yeah, I can. Oh wow, I learned so much. Everybody having a good time? Is this it?
It's nice to see creativity at work.
I'm trying to put you on here, Ken.
That's all right. I'll get it. I'll get it from Heather, or I'll get it somehow.
So sorry, I forgot.
That's all right. That's all right. Go ahead. I'll take care of it.
All right. So anyhow, folks, we want to see. Some people are already doing this, but we want to see just in a very fun way if we can write stories. And this is a very simple game. We did it last month, and people enjoyed it a lot. So we thought we'd do it again. What's going to happen is I will say the beginning of a sentence, and then you finish that sentence and continue writing until I give you the beginning of another sentence. And hopefully I've picked sentence beginnings that will lead you into creating a story. If you don't worry about it. It's still fun. And if you really wanted to and didn't manage to do it, blame me. It's my sentence beginnings that are leading you astray. Don't write down my sentence beginnings because I've already written them down. That would just be wasting your time. So just finish the sentence, and then if you want to read it, I'll read the sentence beginning that I gave you. Everybody got it? No. Here we go. The first sentence begins, the evening was. Here comes the next beginning. Elizabeth felt Here comes the next one. She saw someone. It was.
Can you repeat that?
She saw someone. It was. Next sentence starts, she walked towards. Comes the next one. But then, without warning. Comes the next one. So the other person quickly picked up that's when there's only 2 more sentences coming. Here comes one of them. They both felt and the last sentence is, and since then, okay. All right, it looks like people are pretty done. Who would like to share it? If you do, the way it'll work is I'll say the sentence beginning and you finish it, and then just kind of give me a high sign that I'm supposed to talk again, okay? So who wants to do it? Barbara S. Hey, I think I know you.
Okay.
Barbara, you want to read yours?
Sure.
All right, here we go. The evening was
so long and boring. People were just talking and I couldn't wait for them to just shut up.
Elizabeth felt
happy that she wasn't invited to the family reunion.
She saw someone. It was.
Oh, gotta find out where. It was Fred Astaire dancing into her apartment.
She walked towards
the kitchen and remembered she hated cooking, so she quickly turned around.
But then, without warning,
she began to laugh at the funeral because she was trying to be so serious.
So the other person quickly picked up
the new book and threw it out the window.
That's when
the fun began. It was a boring party and people just started leaving.
They both felt
very relieved that they weren't going to be going to the same party as those people.
And since then,
they never spoke about it again. Well, maybe once or twice.
Yeah. Sounds like a true story. I think that sounds like a true story to me. Who else wants to read? Oh, Karen, have we heard from you?
Yes.
Okay, that's cool. All right, let's hear from you again.
All right, let's go for it.
Here we go. The evening was
warm and sultry. Every plant dripped with moisture.
Elizabeth felt
she had to find cool somewhere. Never in her life had she needed to get away more.
She saw someone. It was
her neighbor, Barry. He was running naked, streaking again.
She walked towards
the window and shoved it higher.
But then, without warning,
a huge hawk flew into her house. Elizabeth screamed.
So Barry quickly picked up
a vacuum cleaner and threatened the hawk.
That's when
the vase, Grandma's vase, shattered.
They both felt
shocked.
And since then,
they summer in Alaska.
Well, who wouldn't? Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Woo-hoo. That was great.
Derek, you going?
Yeah, I'm going.
Here we go. Nice
All
to
right.
see you, Derek. It's been
Yeah, it's
like,
great.
what, 500?
Yes, it has been like 500 years. It's great to see you too.
Here we go.
Okay. All right.
The evening was
Warm and muggy, and the aunt sat in her rocking chair with her fan.
Elizabeth felt
Lonely. She missed her husband who'd passed last year.
she saw something. It was
Her niece, Amelia, who carried a lemonade.
she walked towards,
Her aunt, and offered her a sip.
but then without warning,
The earthquake started, and vases cracked.
so Amelia quickly picked up.
The broken shard.
That's when
She's something. Can't read my writing. That's when she she hurt her hand.
they both felt,
Betrayed by nature.
and since then,
Have never met on the porch again.
oh man,
Yeah.
a tragedy,
Yeah.
tragedy. But I'm gonna clap. I'm
Okay.
applause. I'm gonna clap out loud. From here on out, I'm clapping out loud, everybody. Who else? I saw other hands go up wanting to read this story. All right, Jason, here we go. The evening was
Damp. Damp like the sheets stick to your legs in bed kind of damp.
Elizabeth
felt uneasy. Bad enough it was hot and damp, but she also couldn't stop thinking about her fight with Ken.
She saw someone.
It was him. She knew it was. Kissing someone else. Why did he deny it?
Okay,
She walked towards.
She walked towards the kitchen to get some water. I'll call him. He'll apologize.
Let's make dinner and then he can come down.
Sounds good.
Okay.
But then, without warning,
the phone rang. It was Ken on the caller ID. He called to say it wasn't him at Rosie's with that girl.
so Ken or somebody, Ken or Elizabeth, quickly picked up.
So the other person had picked up and that's when she saw him kiss her, but he says it wasn't him.
Oh, that's when.
I can't read what I wrote.
Pick something up, we're hanging.
Yeah, they both felt horrible that it had to be a misunderstanding.
And since then,
they never fought again or ate takeout from Rosie's.
Laura, forgive me for jumping in here. Let me give an update. There is 14 minutes left for our writers to write. And in full disclosure, I do not have Laura Valpy's phone number. So I tried to get that last suggestion to her via text. I mean, via chat. I don't know if she saw it. And I'm not 100% sure that the Olivia I texted is our Olivia. It might have been, but I didn't have her last name in my phone. So if there's any way you can grab everybody on a text just to get all four of them for sure on a text and send that to me, then I will be happy to continue texting while you continue the jam.
all right. I am trying to.
All right.
You to this group. All right, I'm just going to start it over.
Okay, that'd be great. In the meantime,
have some people read.
Yeah, I don't know the storylines though.
That's true.
I'll make it up though. Let's see. Kat Coppett, where are you? Kat, go ahead and turn your mic on if you don't mind. I'll just make up some story starters and you pretend you wrote them.
Okay.
All right, here we go. There once was
a bunny rabbit who smoked cigars.
And every day he
got a worse and worse cough.
But one day his mother took him to
Farmer McGregor.
Bomber McGregor was an alchemist who
turned his cigars into carrots.
Immediately there appeared
following bunnies who wanted his carrots.
Music started playing because
the world was happier with carrots instead of cigars.
At which point
they made a daisy chain out of carrots and surrounded the world with love.
And the moral of the story is
grow crops that make people healthy.
Yay. It's amazing that you wrote that
I did.
quickly.
I did, yeah.
Awesome. Okay, we are.
All right, Ken,
how are we doing, Laura?
I've sent it to you.
All right. Thank you very much. I apologize for this, ladies and gentlemen. I got it. We're all good. Laura, I hand it back to you.
All right. Should we move on or read more?
Yeah, I think so. We have 12 minutes left for the writers to write.
Oh gosh, okay, because I have this experiment I want to try. I've never tried this before, so I hope you're all game for this. It's a monologue. It's writing in the voice of a character. And I've sort of adapted a theater game to see if we can come up with monologues. First of all, I'm going to ask you all I'm going to give you all an emotion. So if your last name is somewhere in the alphabet between A and H, your emotion, which I got from Barbara, is bored. So that's your emotion. If your last name starts with I through P, your emotion I got from somebody else is lonely. And if your last name is Q through Z, your emotion is uneasy. So that's your emotion. Here comes the experimental part. I would like for you to look in your screen and make the face of that emotion. For instance, if mine was happy, everyone in my alphabet group would go, or something like that. So just make the face like it's a mask. Ready? Go. That is how your character looks most of the time. Your character is habitually carrying this attitude with them. Now what I would like is for you to give your character an occupation. Look at your face that you made and make up an occupation that goes with this face, in your opinion. And if you drew a blank, I'm just going to tell you, be a baker. Now what I'm going to ask is for you to write write a monologue for this character. I'm going to give you 2 minutes to do it. I will interrupt you during that 2 minutes. And if you pause, like for longer than 2 seconds, just write that in as part of your character, like they paused. You could write or something, but just write that pause in. But see if you can write for all 2 minutes. And the monologue starts with the words, should I, ready? As your character would speak, write that monologue, starting with, should I? I'm wondering what this is like for people on YouTube. People who are watching and not writing, feel free to chat. Let us know what this looks like to you. Ken, let's dance.
Yes. They'll pull us down.
All right, folks, you got about a minute to go, and your new prompt is, your character realizes something. Right now, they come to a realization. All right, you can wrap that up. I should have given you a warning that it was ending, but I didn't. I apologize. Everything that happened is my fault now.
All right, Laura, before we dig into some sharing, a quick update. We have 6.5 minutes for the writers to continue writing. I took the liberty of throwing a suggestion at them while you were doing this exercise. So when they had 10 minutes remaining, I gave everybody the suggestion of inserting the line of dialogue, "Look, it's Satan himself." So at some point deep in their play, everybody should have that line of dialogue, including some girl named Olivia who has nothing to do with this project whatsoever.
I look forward to hearing from her.
And we now have 6 minutes remaining.
All right. Do you think they need another suggestion, or are they good to go?
If you want to take over with the reading, I'll go ahead and throw them something else, and then we'll tell them to wrap it up.
All right. Yeah. Excellent. Okay. Now all I have to do is figure out how to stop this machine. Okay. All right. Who wants to read a monologue? And if you do, I'm a director, so I like to tell actors what to do. If you put a pause in, would you take that pause? And you can fill it with ums and hoes and hums and stuff like that too. But I would like to hear the pause too, because I think pauses are fun too. All right, so I saw some hands go up. Let's have Lawrence. I stuttered over that because we used to call him Greg way back in the day. Lawrence Stewart, you want to read yours? You'll have to turn your microphone.
Yeah. Got it. Should I even be here? You know, the way I just stand is all wrong. I cry and I cry and I cry, but who sees it? I was a wonder, a prize-winning scholar, and this is what I end up with. Wait, I forgot. I won that lottery and I'm a millionaire. Oh, you know, I could do something with that. How much does a smile cost? The end.
Very nice. The realization that you could do something with $1 million. That has dawned on me. I think another person was Felicia. Yes. You turn on your microphone and let us hear your character.
Should I just quit? I know it's a good job with a steady paycheck, but is this really how I'm going to spend the rest of my life? I had so many dreams. I was going to conquer the world and make real change. I was going to dance in Morocco and bartend in Greece and swim in Turkey. Wait a second. What if I took a sabbatical? 1 month, just me, 5K, a backpack, and a one-way ticket to Europe. I'm going to eat, pray, love the shit out of as many countries as possible. I'm not dead yet.
I got my pause. That's great. I think I saw at least one other hand go up. And I'm looking at Monica. Haven't heard from you for a while. Let's hear it. Ooh, we got.
And Derek Carson is up also there.
And Derek and Susan. All right, let's hear it, Monica. Oh, you.
Unmute. There we go. There we go. Should I wipe off the bottom of my shoe or just track the puppy poop into the waiting room with all the other ER patients waiting for help in much nastier circumstances than I was in? I thought I had a really great reason to go to the ER, but now I see all these people suffering and waiting forever, and I should just leave.
She said, dragging her broken leg behind her. Excellent. Derek, let's hear it.
Okay. Should I stop working? I mean, the risks are so high. As a respiratory therapist, I don't know how much longer I can avoid an infection, not to mention the long hours and double shifts. You know, I never meant to end up in healthcare. I realize I always wanted to be an actress, not only an actress, a star. Why didn't I pursue it? My last stage experience was Arsenic and Old Lace in high school, and I dropped the teapot on stage.
Excellent, excellent. And Susan, let's hear it.
Should I recount the beans or go to the next batch? I get paid for accuracy, but also for volume. And how are they going to know if any number is off? It isn't that that they're checking on me, or maybe there is somebody else counting the same bunch, and then they compare the numbers. Well, okay, so how do they decide which number is correct if the two numbers aren't the same? But I've been doing this for a long time and they haven't fired me yet.
Excellent job. Well, there is 45 seconds left, Laura. 45 seconds left for our writers to finish their plays.
Oh, okay. So for 45 seconds, everyone else read your monologues with as much gestures as you possibly can. Ready? Go. Oh, I love it that they left their microphone off, so all we see are gestures. That's wonderful.
Do you want us to be unmute ourselves?
If you like, go for it.
Okay.
Should I leave the theater?
I ever believe that my mother would call me from her deathbed?
No,
I would hear her say, no, confess.
never.
She never loved me. Won't call.
I feel my mind.
That ship left the dock long ago. The truth is, I'm the one in the water. Where she left me, roomy, without a raft. I was just 3 years old. I was too pretty and favored by my father.
That was performance art. That was like a cross between performance art and the beginning of It's a Wonderful Life. That was amazing. That was beautiful. Thank you, everybody, for
all right,
indulging
ladies
me.
and gentlemen, we are going to bring our authors back. At this point, if we could ask everybody to please turn off your videos, turn off your microphones, go on mute, and we're going to bring our authors back. Let's see how quickly we can get them back in here. I'm sending them a text. I'm chatting with them. And we'll see how long it takes before all of our authors come back.
You know, asking them to come back. Why don't we have Lisa Thompson and Mike Durkin come in?
Oh, perfect.
Introduce our readers. We have some people standing by. If you were with us last month, you saw them right. Today they're standing by to be readers of these world premiere plays that you're going to see in the second act here.
All right, I'm desperately trying to communicate with our, there we go, Olivia's back. and Jeff is back, and Heather's back, and Laura's back.
Yes.
Excellent job. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here is what we are going to do. We are going to take a brief 10-minute intermission, during which our playwrights are going to email their scripts to each other so that the actors who are going to be reading them can prepare the scripts and get ready to read them. In 10 minutes, we'll come back for the reading. Before we go, let's see, do we have the writers check in with anything now, or should we just go to intermission?
Why don't we go to intermission and use all of that to square this away? So audience, you can go away and intermish. And we're going to stay on here because the playwrights need to talk with each other. Lisa, are you around? You could pop up here because the playwrights may want to see you. Lisa Thompson is volunteering to read as well. So audience, we'll see you in 10 minutes, which according to my timepiece here is at 8:26. Have a good intermission, everyone.
All right. Nicely done, Laura. Nice jam.
That was fun. So
who all is available to read?
All of us, unless somebody here doesn't want to read, and Lisa Thompson, who I don't know where she is. Let me text her.
I'll take care of that.
Okay.
I don't know if I have all the emails.
The email that I sent you today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that has them all. Said confidently. Everybody. So do you want to give us a warn as soon as you can, playwrights, of who is reading what?
I've got Mike Durkin and Lisa if she's available, but if Lisa is not available, then Heather, if you would read the other part, just 2 characters in mine. And I'll email that. I'm turning it into a PDF as we speak.
Okay, cool.
All right, I just got a text from Lisa Thompson. She got cut off from her internet. She's trying to get back on. So I think we should not count on her.
Okay. Oh, there she is.
All right.
Yes, I'm back.
Oh. You're reading Valpy's. Lisa, Valpy is sending you a play.
I'm about to email it.
Okay, so we're saying who's reading. So I need Laura Livingstone.
Okay.
And Heather to read mine, and I have to turn it into a PDF, and I'll send it out as well.
And we'll know which ones we're reading because
I'll have it on the top. Yeah, it says cast right at the top.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. So I've got Laura Valpy as Audrey, Heather as Sage, Laura Livingston as Lori, and then Lisa as Karen.
It's a woman's world, Mike.
It's a woman's world. I'm sorry. All ladies.
And a lot of them. I'm very impressed. And Heather, I don't think we know from you yet what we've got.
I'm still figuring it out.
Okay.
Dad, are you available to read?
I am available, yes.
All right.
Happy Father's Day, Ken.
Thank you so much.
And Jeff.
Thank you.
We read your lips. All right, we better get on to our email.
We have 7 minutes out of that 10 left.
Okay. I have Laura Valpy playing Snow White, Mike Durkin playing Sneezy, Olivia playing Vanity, Jeff playing Happy, Dad playing Grumpy, and Lisa Thompson as the old woman / evil queen.
Hey, you quills and capes people. You don't stint on the number.
No, really. That's awesome.
I challenge myself to write more because I've only done 2 character plays so far. And
I think it's awesome.
Super awesome.
So, is it on the play? Can you remind? Is it Happy that I'm playing? Is that what you said?
Yes, it's also written on the play, so I'll email it out
Okay.
as soon as I can.
Heather, are you going to, can you send it out as a Word document to me at least? I need to turn it purple or else I won't be able to print it.
Sure.
What do I download this?
Yeah.
I'll just pretend that's a totally normal reason for that request.
Just save it there?
Yeah. Desktop. We'll put it on desktop.
Yeah, that's where it is. Right? Desktop.
Yeah, but it'll go into your Laura stuff is where it'll go. So if you just, the arrow there. And it's there, I think.
How do I get back to your email?
Go over to, yeah.
So we need, we got Snowflow, we got mother-in-law.
You're there.
Okay.
Down the road.
Oh, I see.
So to the desktop.
We don't have anything else yet, right?
Not sure.
Heather, did you email yours yet?
I just sent it out now.
Make sure.
Who I am?
Oh, there you go. Fantasy play? Let's see.
I'm so sorry, Jeff. You didn't say me, right? I just want to make sure.
I'm sorry, who is that talking?
Laura
Oh,
Valby's talking.
No, it's I'm having the other Laura actually.
Okay, great, great. All right, I am disappearing only for a minute. I will be back, I promise. I'll be right back.
She said she was, so we're
Can I
waiting.
ask, I have myself in 2 plays, Olivia's 3 plays, Heather's, Olivia's, and is there another?
Is this Lisa talking?
Yes.
I know that you're in Valby's.
Okay.
One where you were off the internet. She wants you to read her. I'm not sure which one is hers.
Okay, that's Snow Globe.
Oh, is it? Okay.
And I don't have Heather's play yet.
I sent it out just 1 minute ago, so
okay.
Hopefully you'll get that.
I think we're missing Jeff's.
Yeah, I just sent that out.
Oh, okay.
Let me see what I got here.
Plug it in. I think we've got 3 minutes left on this intermission.
Okay, great.
Jeff, remind me, am I in your play?
Yes, you are. You're playing Marnie.
I just haven't quite gotten the script yet. So.
Okay.
I'll keep refreshing.
Hopefully, yeah, I just sent it out. It should be.
I'm only in Heather's, right? Cool.
Talking, Olivia?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't write them all down. Let me just look here.
That's okay. I think that's it.
Two more minutes.
Thank you, too.
Heather, did you leave my monologue out because you want me to insert it where I want it?
Yeah, could you do me a favor? Insert that right at the beginning with your microphone off, and it'll just be a like a sensation in the background that the audience will feel but not really hear.
Okay.
They'll sense it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have Jeff's yet, so don't call him first, okay?
Has everybody got it? Because I just sent it. Is everybody getting it?
I haven't gotten it yet.
You haven't? Okay, let me try it. Do people have it now? I sent it, but I just resent it just in case it didn't go through.
Will you refresh there?
Where's Jeff?
Oh, good.
I don't see his.
There.
Where is it?
Oh, there it is.
I do not have.
I just got it.
Now I just got it.
Oh,
Yeah,
there.
sorry. I guess it didn't go through. I sent it a few minutes ago, but I guess it didn't go through. So everybody has it now?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm only in Heather's, correct?
This.
I am.
Yeah.
Laura Valpy, are you there?
I'm here. Hi, Lisa.
Hi. Do I have a part in your play, I hear?
You do.
Oh.
You do. If there's too much on your plate, I'm happy to, someone else can do it, but yeah.
No. I just wondered which character.
Oh, Darla.
Darla, okay.
And Mike Durkin is Barry.
Awesome.
Yes, please.
What's Barry like?
Huh?
What's Barry like?
You got it, Mike Durkin. Don't worry.
Okay.
He's Mike Durkin. Let's see.
All right. All right.
And Darla?
He's a great guy. He's a nice guy. And Darla, Darla thinks the grass is greener on the other side.
Ah.
All right. How's everybody doing? The 10 minutes are up, so we can come back hopefully as soon as possible.
All right. It's going to be a cold read for me.
Are we good?
Let's see. I go here. Oops. Oop. Yeah. What?
The Zoom, I think, is ready to go.
Yeah.
And then click on it.
Okay.
Click on it.
All right. But how do I have the script still up there?
Ah. Yeah, I guess make it small.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Welcome back, everyone.
Just going to trust that everybody is out there.
Well, that's what we've been doing since we all stopped performing back in March, is trusting the there. And you have been. Thank you very much for watching all of our YouTubes and our Zooms and our readings and our just online everything. Thank you so much for checking out our videos. And it's kind of, you're really doing a lot to hold a segment of the population together. There would be some nutty artists running around doing who knows what if you weren't out there being our online audience. All right, Ken, who's going to read for us? Whose play is going to be read first?
First, let me ask everybody in our audience to kindly turn off their videos and their microphones. Awesome, very, very good. Well, nothing like jumping off the deep end of the pool. Olivia, why don't we read your play first, all right? So what we're going to ask you to do, Olivia, is remind everybody of the suggestion that you got to start your play off. Before you read, we're going to work together to remind everybody of the 4 suggestions that everybody got that we'll look for. Then Olivia, tell us if there's anything we need to know that's not in the writing, right? Anything we need to know. And then you can tell us who's playing the cast and just take it from there, all right? So let me just...
Can I double check? Is this mother-in-law? Okay, all right. Thank you.
All right. So help me recreate this. Let's take a moment to remind everybody of the 4 suggestions that everybody is going to have in their plays. I'm sorry, I don't have the text that included that first one. So
something fell.
Ah, thank you. So the first suggestion was something fell.
And then the one that we really messed up between Ken and I, some people may not have gotten this one, was that a line is repeated and then shouted.
Valpy, did you get that one?
I got that a line is repeated. I did not get something about the shouting, but shout it.
Laura, I'm sorry, I didn't relay it correctly. I just said it was repeated.
Okay, great. You know what? But shout it, people. Yeah.
Right, everybody shout it. Then, oh boy. I'm sorry, does anyone recall the third suggestion after that?
Look, it's Satan himself.
Thank you. It was a line of dialogue, and the line of dialogue was, look, it's Satan himself. And then the fourth suggestion was...
There's a temperature change.
Yes, there's an abrupt temperature change in the room. So
that one I did not get.
Oh,
but
yeah, okay, all right. So
it might actually work out. It just might. Let's see.
That one came very late. So those were the four suggestions. Now I'll ask everybody except Olivia to turn off, or unless you're reading, Olivia, go ahead and set us up. And then if you just say something like now, the world debut of, that's how the writers will know to come in. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Act 2 of Right Away.
All right, so my suggestion was Fight with Mother-in-Law, and in this play, it is an hour or so before a wedding is supposed to take place. The bride is getting ready with her mom and sister in a hotel room, and Audrey will be played by Laura Valpy, Sage will be played by Heather Adams, Lori will be played by Laura Livingston, and Karen will be played by Lisa Thompson. So for now, the world debut of Mother-in-Law.
Has anyone seen my shoes? I'm freaking out. I can't find my shoes. What am I going to do if I can't find my shoes? I can't get married in sneakers. That's absurd.
Whoa, okay. You need to breathe. We'll find them, I promise.
I thought I put them with my dress, but they are not in the bag.
I'm sure they're somewhere. Just try and calm down.
Mom, can you please help me look? Did you move them?
No. Why would I do that?
Because you were the one who helped me pack.
I never touched your shoes.
You must have, because that's not where I put them. Just please help me find them.
Fine.
She gets up and looks in a suitcase.
See, they're right here.
And they're not where I put them.
Would you two quit it? There was a lot going on when we were packing. They just got misplaced. Audrey, stop blaming Mom. Mom, try and be a little more helpful.
I'm sorry. I'm just freaking out. Jasmine got into another fight with her mom, and I don't even think she's coming to the wedding anymore. The fight was pretty bad. Jasmine basically uninvited her, which is fine. I don't think she really cares, but I'm worried Karen's going to come to the wedding and make a scene.
If she does, I'll fight her.
Not necessary, but thank you.
I just don't understand. Jasmine's been out of the closet since you guys were in middle school. And it's been how many years since you two got together? I just don't get it. When you sign up to be a parent, you sign up to love your kid forever. And those are just the terms and conditions.
Some people are just closed-minded. You can't change them.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Audrey, but I'm sure everything will turn out fine. I doubt she'll show up.
I don't know. She's just so unpredictable. Does it feel hot in here to you?
No.
I'm sweating buckets.
The nerves.
You know what? I'm not going to worry about it. This is my wedding day. I should be celebrating, not worrying.
See, that's the spirit.
Goodness.
She falls down.
Sage, are you all right?
I'm fine.
Okay, that's it. No more champagne for you.
Oh, please, I'm fine. It's just these heels. I got them at the mall like a week ago, so they're not broken in yet. I just keep getting tripped up.
So we see.
There's a knock on the door.
Who could that be?
Yes, it's as good as mine.
There's another knock.
Let me in.
Oh my God, it's Karen.
You want me to punch her?
I don't know. We'll see.
We could just pretend we're not here.
Audrey,
There's
let me
another
in.
This time.
Audrey, let me in. I know it's you.
Shit. What am I going to do?
Let her in. We'll handle this like ladies.
You don't know Karen.
Oh, come on. How bad can it be?
She opens the door.
Hello. May I help you?
Karen
The
pushes
wedding.
past Lori and marches Audrey.
The wedding is off.
That's who?
Says me.
Well, I don't.
Says me. Says me. Says me.
Whoa, lady, slow your roll.
Who do you think you are coming in here and talking to my daughter like that?
Someone with a brain. You all have let this charade go on too long. You're all completely mad. And your daughter has tricked mine into believing she's a lesbian.
Oh, please. You and I both know that that's not true.
Let's not be rash. I'm sure we can all calm down and settle this like adults.
Leave my daughter alone. So help me God.
Are you threatening me?
Maybe. But you should know that your heinous actions have consequences.
Jasmine and I are grown women. You can't control us. She doesn't want you here. Does she even know you're here?
I didn't come to speak with her. It's obvious that my daughter won't listen to reason, but I thought you might. Clearly, I was wrong.
I think you need to leave.
Not until you leave my daughter alone.
I'm only going to ask you this once. Will you please leave?
You will rot in hell for your sins.
Look, it's Satan himself.
You're a witch. You're an ugly, awful witch. And a slut.
You don't control me. You don't control Jasmine. I am marrying your daughter, and there's nothing that you can do about it. And the last time I checked, you weren't invited to this wedding, so leave me the hell alone and get out of my face, you crazy bitch.
You little...
She raises her hand to slap Audrey, but Sage shackles her to the ground.
Don't mess with my sister.
Sage her square in the nose.
Oh my God, you broke my nose.
Jesus Christ, Sage!
I will be pressing charges.
I'd like to see you try.
Karen storms off.
I cannot believe you.
Sage, seriously?
What? I told you I was going to punch her.
End of play.
Yay.
Yay.
Like so many weddings we've been to.
Awesome. Thank you so much. That was great. All right. Laura, you want to bring us into the next one?
Sure, I will. Why don't we hear Laura Valpy's play?
Yeah.
I believe has a cast of thousands as well. No, just Mike and Lisa.
Just Mike and Lisa. Yeah.
Would you remind us of the
suggestion
that you got? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, totally. My suggestion was snow globe. And so far, I'm just going to call it snow globe. That's about as creative as I got with the title. But featuring Mike Durkin and Lisa Thompson. And that's all you guys need to know. So here we go with the world premiere of Snow Globe.
Oh, not so quick.
In a minute, when Mike Durkin is ready. Mike Durkin is ready. Help out. We will vamp until then.
Was there
there it is.
Was there a suggestion you didn't get to?
Yeah, but don't worry about it. Everything's great.
I was going to tuck it into the play someplace.
Oh, you know what? It just may actually work out. So don't even worry about it. Everything's great.
All right.
We're going with what we got.
I don't see it here.
It's right here. Oh, it's not there.
Almost, perhaps.
Sorry, Valps.
It's no problem.
We are desperately challenged.
Okay.
You got it?
Hardware.
I am ready.
All right. The world premiere of Snow Globe. A small ice skating pond, a colorful Christmas tree nearby, a park bench too. Darla, wearing skates, a little skating skirt, a scarf and gloves, but no coat, stands shivering.
Come on, come on, come on.
Barry, wearing a full parka, heavy boots, hat, gloves, sits ice fishing in the middle of the pond.
Wasting your breath. No one's coming to open the curtains.
Shush you. It's a beautiful sunny day. Look, you can tell through the slit.
So, but it ain't happening.
Come on, kids, come on. Someone, anyone, open up that curtain and let me soak up those rays. Please, 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 please.
Hey, please, quit your yapping.
What's wrong with you? Don't you want to feel the...
What's wrong with you? Don't you remember the renovation of 82 when we were set on the curtainless ledge on the south side of the house, cooking, roasting in the godforsaken sun of this magnifying glass house turned into?
Oh, how could I forget?
She does a happy twirl on her skate, then falls hard.
You know, if you practiced every once in a while, you would have been halfway decent by now.
Darla doesn't move. She starts to cry.
Oh, hey, no, don't be. I was just joking around.
Darla's cries turn to loud sobs.
Hey, come on. Hey.
Barry helps her up.
Okay. You want a fish, you know, or
out of here. I can't take it anymore.
He slides to the edge of her globe and bangs on the glass.
Help! Someone! Anyone!
She backs away, then runs full force into the glass again. Falls. Gets back up. Repeat.
Oh! Stop! You're not thinking this through.
Yes, I am.
She runs toward the glass again. The ground seems to shake. She falls. She gets back up. And repeat.
Hey, it ain't so bad in here. Huh? Maybe the grass ain't so greener. Come on, you've seen these people.
She gets back up and repeat.
You've seen these people.
Slam.
You've seen these people. They're not happy. Always running from one thing to the next, arguing about the smallest and the littlest thing. They're not kind. And look at that sun trying to shine through. But no one in this house is taking the time to open them up, to just enjoy it. Are they? Are they?
No, they're not.
Hey, see? You don't want their world. In here, it's perfect. It's Christmas all year round. We got plenty of fish to eat. And in here, sometimes it's even...
In here, it's always the same. At least out there, they can go anywhere, do anything, talk to anyone.
Wow. I see.
He slumps back on his ice fishing stool.
Barry? Barry? Barry, look, it's Satan himself.
Gets it to see.
That little fat one with the drool.
Always with the drool.
They quietly watch him.
Hey, kid.
What are you doing?
Darla bangs on the glass.
Getting his attention. Hey, kid, over here.
Stop.
I'm gonna get him to bust us out of here. Hey, yeah, you.
Hey, darling, I'm begging you.
He's coming, it's working. Up here, that's right. You can reach.
No.
They look up.
That's it, pick it up.
Ah, slobber.
Now drop it. Throw it. Come on, you little snot-nosed brat.
Darla and Barry shake around and rumble and tumble and fall this way and that and up and down and all around. And finally, they stop. It starts to snow. Darla and Barry look up in awe. Darla has a little shiver. Barry takes off his parka and wraps it around Darla's shoulders as they watch the snow fall all around. End of play.
Whoa, uh-oh.
Very nice.
That was awesome.
Thanks. That was fun. Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much, Laura Balpe. All right, Jeff Tarson, are you ready to share a play with us?
Am I? Am I? I think so. Let's say I am.
All right. Why
Yes.
don't you remind everyone of your opening suggestion? I'm going to get
Sure.
out of here. You cast it and take us away.
Okay. My suggestion was shoe collecting. Shoe collecting. So, and this is being played by, it's a two-person play. It's called The Right Shoes. And the role of Marnie is being played by Heather, and the role of Mom is being played by Laura Livingstone. So wait till make sure everybody has that up, because I know that's can take a little maneuvering. And then when you're ready, is everybody ready?
All right.
All right then. Okay. The world premiere of The Right Shoes. Lights up on a storage unit. Light floods the stage as someone opens that sliding door thing. The storage space is crammed to the ceiling, but there's a bit of a path through the middle of it. A young woman, Marnie, enters, followed by her mother, a woman in her 50s.
Oh my God. Look at this mess. Mom, when was the last time you came here?
Oh, honey, I'm sure it's not that bad. Don't worry. Ah, a spider!
Mom hides behind Marnie and screams.
Get it off me! Get it off me!
It's not on you, Mom. It's okay. It's okay. I've got you.
And look, see? Sorry.
Look, it's not a rat. It's just a black sock.
Oh, good. That's a relief. I thought I might be, never mind. Let's just see what we've got in here. Oh, there's that side table from Aunt Melanie.
Mom, what was that?
I just told you, it's Aunt Melanie's side table. That woman had horrible taste, especially in husbands.
No, I mean the freak out. You just totally lost it 2 seconds ago.
I was just a little frightened, that's all. But I'm fine now. So the shoes I wanted to show you are back here, I think.
Just then, a huge, heavy bag falls off the top of a pile and lands with a heavy clang. It echoes loudly.
Shit, what the hell?
That's just my tuba. Now, let's see. Where did I put the green and teal colored shoes?
Marnie looks on in disbelief as Mom continues searching.
Where did I put the green and teal colored shoe?
Mom,
Where
wait.
did I put the green and teal colored shoes?
No, what?
Oh, good. Did you find them?
No, what? Forget about the shoes. What's going on with you? Are you okay? I mean, you're acting super weird here.
I'm acting weird? Pot calling the kettle. I'm just trying to find some shoes for you. Didn't you ask me to find teal? Didn't you ask me for teal shoes?
Well, yes.
Saying, if I remember correctly, that you're such a shoe hoarder, Mom. I'm sure you have a pair somewhere.
Yes. Yes, I did. But I thought you'd have them in the house, not out here in some storage unit I didn't even know that you had.
It's not an important piece of information, is it?
And then you have a freak out over a sock, but a tuba falling is like business as usual. And what do you mean my tuba? Do you play the tuba?
Not well.
Mom starts laughing. Marnie looks on as Mom laughs for several seconds. Marnie finally comes over to her mother and tries to put her arms around her.
Don't touch me. I'm fine. I'm fine.
Okay, backing up.
Slight pause as Mom controls herself.
Look, it's Satan himself. That's what you're thinking, isn't it? That I'm crazy.
No, I mean, it's been a while since I saw you, and we all have bad days, and
2 months. That's how long it's been. You only show up when you need something, like shoes. You see your father every week for dinner, but not me.
That's true. Should I visit more? Is that why you're acting so unusual?
It doesn't matter. Let's find you those shoes.
Mom looks through a couple of boxes. Marnie is still stunned. There's a sudden whirring sound.
Whoa, it got cold in here suddenly.
The AC keeps the unit at 60 degrees. That's what I requested. It keeps the shoe leather in good condition.
She opens a box.
Ah, here they are.
She hands a beautiful pair of teal-colored high heel shoes to Marnie. Mom is beaming.
Thanks, Mom.
I love you. You are the perfect thing I've created in my life.
Mom, I love you too. And I want to take care of you. I haven't. Not enough, at least. But I want to. And I think the first thing I can do is take you to a doctor. Okay?
Okay.
And fade to black. End of play.
Wow, beautiful. That was awesome. Thank you so much, Jeff.
Well done, people.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have only one play left. After we read Heather Adams' play, then the official show will be over. However, all is not done because we're going to be sticking around for a talk back for anyone who would like to stick around. So after Heather's play, we'll bring all the writers on. We'll say goodbye to the audience officially, but please stay around. Come on screen, turn your mic back on. And if anybody has feedback you'd like to offer the writers or questions you'd like to ask about the process or questions about anything at all, we would love to engage you in a 10 to 15 minute talk back after the show. Laura, do you have anything you'd like to say before we launch into our final play?
Yeah. What's the title of Heather's play?
This play is called The Eighth Dwarf.
The Eighth Dwarf. What was the title of the file you said?
Vanity Play.
Vanity Play. Yeah. That's all I had to say.
All right. So Heather, would you kindly remind us of your suggestion, set up the play, and we'll take it away.
Yes, I asked for a tragic flaw in a character and I got vanity. So there's not a lot to set up here. If you know it's based on Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Snow White is going to be played by Laura Valpy, Sneezy by Mike Durkin, Vanity by Olivia, Happy by Jeff, Grumpy by Ken, and The Old Woman by Lisa Thompson.
All right. Do we have Jeff Tarson? Should Jeff Tarson be on with us in the beginning? There we go. All right.
Mirror, mirror on my nightstand, who's the fairest in this whole bright land?
Hey, Vanity. Snow is back from gathering those cherries. She's baking us a pie. Isn't she just amazing?
Yes, Happy, she's delightful.
Come on, join us out at the table. And don't forget to wash your hands.
My hands are always clean. They're perfect.
All right, then. Just come on out.
I'll see you later, Mirror. You're my only true friend.
Scene moves to the dining table where Snow sits tending to Sneezy's newest cold.
Oh boy, I'm sorry, Snow. I didn't even get your dress off.
Oh, that's all right, Sneezy. It's nothing a little water can't fix. Oh, good evening, Vanity. How do you do today?
I'm as marvelous as always.
Good. Oh, that is good. You see, I need help. I need to go help Grumpy get his fist out of the drawer, and then I need to start making the cherry pie. Would you help Sneezy get cleaned up and into bed? I think he's got a fever, the poor dear.
I simply couldn't. I've just made this vest from the cotton on the other side of the forest. I can't risk it getting dirty with this gawk.
Well, I can't do it all, Vanity. Please, Doc is out collecting firewood, Sleepy is still on his afternoon nap, and Bashful tried to help, but he fainted, fell right out of his chair at the loud sounds of Sneezy's sneezes, and was so embarrassed he's been hiding in his bed ever since. I would ask Dopey, but I'm afraid the poor dear would try to shove feathers up his nose or something awful like that. I need your help.
Sneezy accidentally knocks himself off his chair, falling to the floor.
Vanity. You have said yourself what a competent, wise dwarf you are. I only wish to rely on those skills you so boast about.
I do not boast. I am the most humble dwarf ever to live.
Surely. So you don't mind helping him?
I'll put him to bed.
Thank you, Vanity.
No exits.
I suppose you should get working on that cherry pie. It may be the last you ever eat.
What did you just say?
Oh, nothing.
You don't like snow all that much, do you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, yeah. Ever since you got here, you've been acting all like grumpy. I talked to Doc the other day, and we think maybe we should all have a talk.
I don't need this from you.
Well, that's the thing, Vanity. I used to be your best friend. Your best friend. Your best friend. And now I hardly know you anymore.
Well, maybe I don't like how... Get it.
No, I'm sorry. You know I can't help it. Please.
Maybe I'm better off this way. You did used to be my best friend. You sniveling pile of snot. The queen is right. I'm better than this. You're delusional. You need some rest.
Now, I'm sick like this all the time. I'm not delusional. What did you just say about the queen?
Happy enters.
The queen? Who said something about the queen?
Well, Vanity did. He said the queen was right, that he's better than us.
Well, gosh, Vanity, I don't know what that's supposed to mean. We're all just one happy family here.
I'm not the favorite. I used to be the favorite, and I deserve to be. I'm the reason our house has all these beautiful decorations. I'm the only one who gives any care to what they look like. If it was up to all of you, we'd be just like a bunch of pigs in a barn. But then this Snow White shows up, and all of a sudden, it's like you all forget that I was the one who showed you all how to use a broom first. And sure, she's pretty, so you all actually start doing some of the housework, and suddenly the house is shining clean, which I always wanted, but could never manage by myself. And you all think she's some magical beauty fairy when that was supposed to be me. I'm the magical, beautiful fairy in this house. Me!
But she makes us happy, Vanity.
Not me. I'd much rather she be gone.
Vanity! Did you talk to the queen?
And what if I did?
Well, you wouldn't have told her where to find Snow White, would you?
The queen wants to see Snow White dead, Sneezy. I know Vanity can get jealous sometimes, but...
Sneezy, now what are you still doing up and about?
Look, it's Satan himself!
Don't be silly, Grumpy. It's just a sweet old woman selling apples.
I don't like the look of her. None of us know her, do we?
No.
Nope.
Vanity, you know that lady.
Grumpy, don't be so suspicious.
Yeah, Grumpy, how could I know her?
Hello, dearie. Would you like an apple?
That's very kind, but I don't have any money.
It's free, especially for you.
Oh, how sweet. Thank you. Would any of you like to share it with me?
No, she said it's for you.
Dear me. All right then.
Snow takes a bite and falls on the floor. Old woman turns into the queen in a burst of fire, causing an abrupt temperature change in the room.
Oh, you evil witch!
Ha! I am the fairest in all the land. Vanity, come with me. You will rule by my side.
Vanity?
I didn't want to rule by your side. I just wanted my friends to love me again.
Vanity, we never stopped loving you, but now, were you involved in this?
Yes, I wanted everything to go back to normal.
Well, it can't now. You've turned evil, Vanity. I don't think any of us are going to want you around. I mean, look what you've done.
Right, Vanity.
But...
Will you join me?
No. I don't deserve to rule. And neither do you. I'm so sorry, friends.
End of play.
Awesome. The untold story.
Untold story of Vanity.
Oh, that was fantastic.
How do you clean a computer
All right, let's
screen?
see. Where is Laura Livingstone? Are you still with us out there, Laura?
I am.
Well, that was amazing. Why don't we bring our 4 writers back on stage? Mike, if you want to squeeze in there for a final bow. On the count of 3, everybody, let's take a great big bow. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. All right. Let's see, Laura, before we officially say goodnight and start the talk back, do we want to make a couple of announcements and public service information spots?
Sure, we do. We do. Which is, we are very pleased to bring you this show. And we are very pleased that we can do some things for free for people. These shows for your entertainment, the videos that we're putting out there. But it is a tough time for so many places, including theater companies. And if you would like to make a donation to either of our theater companies to help support us in what we're putting online and in our, both of our companies teach a lot, and we're having to learn a lot about how Zoom classrooms and stuff like that to prepare for the fall. So if you would like to support either one, or you just feel like being very, very generous, these are our websites here where you can go to. And all of your donations are tax deductible and very, very, very much appreciated. FreestyleRepertoryTheater.org is us here in New York, and out in California, it is SynergyTheater.com. If you feel that you can't make a donation right now, don't worry about it. Our gift to you, we really appreciate you being here. That is wonderful support. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you need to say goodnight and head off, we thank you so much for being here. If you would like to turn on your cameras and turn on your microphones and come into our room with us, we would love to say hello to you and to offer you an opportunity to say hello to our playwrights and chat with us about the show, about theater, about life, about anything you want. So come on in. Pull yourself up a nice cup of coffee. Oh, what is that, a logo?
I'm very impressed. I will say that we got a lot of comments from the audience, a lot of virtual clapping here in the chats. And that Jeff Tarson says, Laura Valpy, the temperature change worked.
Yeah.
Like you knew it would all along. I was amazed by that as well.
Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah. Crazy.
I think
What are the
people may
odds of
have-
that? I mean, that's incredible.
I know.
How you doing, sweetie?
People may have some questions, which I would like them to like raise their hand and let us know if you have questions, comments, observations, some of our audience members. And while people might be getting their thoughts together on that, first of all, I'll say this talkback's only going to last a couple of minutes. So if you do have a question or comment or observation, let us know right away. But I would like to talk to people at the moment about what it's like to do those cold readings.
I have a response.
Let's hear it.
Why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you tell me we were in a snow globe?
I thought maybe you'd figure it out, and I didn't want the audience to hear it ahead of time. That's really why.
I figured it out by page 2. Yeah.
You know, it might help if we check chat next time. Maybe we'll comment to each other on some other way.
Yeah, I should have texted you. I put it in the email.
It was a fun discovery as an audience member. I didn't quite know that myself until it became apparent, and it was a really nice discovery from the audience's point of view.
Cool.
Yeah, it was fun to kind of figure it out as we went.
Well, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, maybe if there's a next time, we'll relay some information to you.
I feel like I could give Jeff's a better reading this time through. Sharing the computer here, Mike and I didn't really have time to look at the scripts.
I have to be honest, as I was writing it, because I had no idea really where I was going. I thought this is going to be a hard read for a person playing the mom, because it's almost like that emotional, it's almost like a game, like emotional
roller coaster, yeah.
Roller coaster, which wasn't really the impetus for it. But once I I thought, wow, this is going to be tricky. But I thought you did a very nice job reading.
Oh, thank you. I was going to say, it's one of those things that seems very strange, and yet we've been there, right? A lot of us have witnessed this. Yeah.
As a reader, we've had some talk back and forth amongst the cast about trying to get the scripts to each other in that little 10-minute intermission so we could take a quick look at them and have a sense of what's coming up. Honestly, as a reader, I prefer to read it cold. I think it just feels more in the line of the improvisational nature of the evening, but it's also fun to make those spontaneous discoveries as the actor, the same way the writer must have been making them as the writer.
Yeah, it's true. I always like the sense of danger, and it's a good note to bear in mind that if you're a reader, just make a big choice, and if you mess it up, probably you'll be forgiven. Probably.
It's one of those things for the audience. I'm sure they all think, well, what, you just email the plays? That can't take a lot of time. You can't imagine the panic that's going on during
Yeah, it is kind of fun. Bright Sue, who's on our screen here, has asked in chat, on the technical side, do you think if the writer writes in Google Doc, then the other players can access the written play easily for later reading, also for passing the suggestion to players? Just an idea. Cell text or final draft might have such functions too. I know nothing about any of this, but it's good to have those ideas if somebody does know.
We can explore the Google Docs things. I know that that's a popular way of sharing information, so maybe that's worth exploring.
All right. So, Monica, did you have something to say? Your microphone is off.
No, I'm just going to head out to dinner, late as it is, but this was so much fun, and it was so great to see everyone, and Kat and Ken and everybody that I haven't seen ever. Mwah, Laura, everyone. Yay! I'll be here next time.
Thank you, Monica.
Cheers.
Thank you.
I have a question for the writers if no one else does. So especially for those writers who are now doing this for the second time. So the 3 returning writers, or Olivia, since you've practiced, I know, a couple of times, has your approach to writing changed from the first time to the second time? Did you have a new strategy, or did you bring anything different this time than you did the last?
For me, I've gotten much more relaxed at the beginning of it. When I first started doing this, I would have a Google Doc or a Word document up and ready, so I could just start typing immediately. And I was really afraid that if I didn't do that, I wouldn't have anything written. But the last couple times, part of the reason is I've just the idea for what it would be didn't come quite as immediately as some of the other ones did. But I'll take a second and walk around the room. I know Laura Valpy talked about doing that a little bit. And it's just I know if I take a couple minutes at the beginning, I'll still be okay by the end of it. So that's nice.
Yeah. I I have a question here. I'm sorry, did someone have an answer to that question? Because I want to answer.
I have an answer. My experience this time. As we were starting the show, I was like, oh, I haven't written in a whole week. And last week, or at some point, Lisa Thompson had this great idea of actually warming up writing before sitting down to write. And I was like, oh, I wanted to do that. And so while you guys were introducing us, I grabbed a notebook that I happened to have nearby, and I just started writing an ABC scene. I was like, okay, just warm up, just start writing an ABC scene. And until I was introduced, I got to V. So that was my new approach this time. So that was fun.
That's awesome.
We have been very nicely, thank you for this, Susan and Derek, asked when our next one is. And I wrote down that I should tell people this, and then I threw the piece of paper on the floor. Our next one is July 27th. Kat Coppett will be writing, as she did last month, and Jeff Tarson will be back to write. And we have two people that haven't written with us yet. One is Laurie Graff, who has had plays produced here in New York and has also written some novelettes that have been published. And the other person I am thinking might be Ellen Byron, who is rather a famous playwright in some circles. And she helped us way back in the beginning of all of this devise some, she was one of the people that Ken and I and others worked with who had ideas of using improv to spark writing. And she is quite well known as the playwright of Graceland and Asleep on the Wind, a pair of companion one acts. And she also has become a mystery writer. She writes cozy mysteries set in New Orleans. So that'll be very fun. And then, yes, next show is July 27th, Monday, July 27th. And then there's one in August as well, which is August 24th. Mike Durkin and Lisa Thompson are writing for that one. I'm going to be writing in that one. That'll be fun, sharing a computer on that. And another quite well-known playwright will be back with us in August, and her name is Arlene Hutton. Many of us actually know her as Beth Lynx, but I've been told Beth Lynx is the actress. Arlene Hutton is the playwright, and she's written a trilogy of plays. I think the trilogy is called Last Train to Nibrock, or that's one of them. Well-known plays, people here may have been in them. And Letters from Sala is another play she's written. That,
and she's a playwriting teacher.
She does teach playwriting, and just accidentally, Laura Valpy has been taking her class.
Yeah, that was fun. Wait, we know the same people. Go ahead, Jeff.
I was gonna say, I actually know her from, I took a class with her back in the early 90s, back in Ensemble Studio Theater. She directed me in a reading of a play. So it's, she's a person of many talents. But when I saw that, I was like, oh my goodness, wow. Beth Lynx, except I guess I didn't know her as Arlene Hutton, but I still, it's wonderful that she's going to be joining.
And I think I told you the right order in which people are appearing. We improvisers do not have good memories, but we will be sending more out. But we're looking forward to some more old friends joining us. It'll be great.
Absolutely.
I think that's it. Thank you all so much for coming, hanging around for the talk back. We do very, very much appreciate the support. Thank you.
Absolutely. Good night, everybody. Stay safe.
Everybody.
Good night.
Night. Good to see everyone.
At our next Right Away.
That's great.
Bye.
I'm just going to stay here and wave until everybody leaves.
I can.
You weren't the only new one, Jason. It was great to have you.
Jason, really nice meeting you, man. Nice talking with you. Laura, well done.
Thank you, Ken. I had the